wife, children, grandchildren, to his brothers, to all of the extended family that's here, and all of his friends that are here today to celebrate his life. He was a good friend of mine for 40 years. Just a minute. Hello? It's better? Okay. I'm not a technology person. I don't know how to do this. He was my good friend for more than 40 years, and I know that all of us are going to miss him. His brothers have asked me to speak a few words on behalf of the family of Jerry Daniels. As you just heard from Sainu, Jerry was the CIA case officer during the last of the war years for General Vang Pao. He was the last case officer left in Longcheng in May of 1975, and it was his duty to get General Vang Pao safely out of Longcheng, Laos to Nam Hon, Thailand. VANG had worked for Jerry for a good number of years as a field liaison officer. There were only a handful of young Hmong men who worked for Jerry who spoke some English and held that position. And VANG was the last field liaison officer left in Longcheng in May of 1975. I'd like to read a few excerpts from my book, Sky is Falling. In order to write the book, I interviewed VANG many times about those last 3 days of the air evacuation. And so what I will read to you are his own words that he spoke during those interviews. Once the American planes start to fly on May 12th, we are very busy, working about 16 hours a day, all night. I am so busy with radio ops, telex, and telephone communications. Nobody else is trained for that particular position, just me and Jerry. Jerry and I are out on the airstrip every day. In one hand, I hold the radio for the airplanes. In the other hand, I have a mobile radio that we use to contact VP's house from the Sky Jeep. We are driving around between VP's house, the Sky compound, back to the airstrip, staying in the Jeep all the time. We see VP very often. Jerry and I keep moving. My family leaves on the morning of May 13th, and I stay with the General and Jerry. I'm the last employee at the Longcheng outpost, and by now it is the rush hour. I drive with Jerry to the airfield and to VP's house, back and forth, and I stay in the radio room and listen to the radio. The telex is on and it's coming all coded messages. We talk to the embassy people in Vientiane about whether or not we should stay or leave. Hang on. That's the order we get. It is Jerry's deep order to stay with VP all the time and make sure he is safe. Late on the 13th, the American C-130 lands when it is almost dark. While the C-130 sits on the airstrip, Jerry and I are at the Sky compound and VP is at his house. We radio to VP that this C-130 may be the last plane. We are getting more and more pressure from the communists. We hear that tanks are coming, but we can't confirm that. VP is the one to make the final decision about what he's going to do. Everyone is tied to the general. The embassy, Jerry and I, we are all tied to him too. Jerry and I are ready to jump anytime VP is ready, but VP says, not yet. So we let the C-130 take off. Definitely the very last flight will be on the morning of May 14th. It is a very serious night, a dark and pressured time. So many tahan at the gate, so many people at the gate, a very serious situation. VP cannot leave straight from his house. It's got to be from somewhere else. For flexibility, we have to have a Porter airplane and a Jet Ranger helicopter. And I know some of you people here today will remember this because you were also there. This next piece is on the morning of May 14th, 1975, after the exit plan is confirmed. This is Vania continuing to speak. VP has already left the Sky compound. Now it is time for Jerry and me to leave. I leave the radios and telex on and running so no one knows if we are gone or if we're coming back. When I go, Jerry tells me, "Hey, this is the last minute. Carry the Oli for us to drink." Seriously, I carried 24 cans of Olympia beer to the Porter. VANG continues the story from there. Nengchu says, "When we get on the airplane, on the Porter plane, a case of beer is already there. Jerry opens up the beer and passes it around. Nia and Jerry and myself say, 'This is the last minute. We don't know what will happen tomorrow, so drink for life.'" Nia had a good life, a good family, and so many good friends. And I was lucky to be one of